Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game Season 2, Episode 97. This is NXT TV. We are 3 shows away from NXT TakeOver 100, so let's get straight into the action. We are tonight in front of 5,850 people in the great state of Washington at the ShoWare Center. Tom Phillips, Nigel McGuinness, and Steve Corino welcome us to NXT tonight. Tom Phillips says that tonight on NXT, we're going to have one hell of a show. The camera stands on there for a moment as we fade to ringside. Tom Phillips is underwhelming. His gimmick is getting scale, 73 B-. Again, as always, folks, I like to see the announcers on screen to start my professional wrestling, and that is exactly what we're doing. But we're going to get into the debut of the team you've all been waiting for, the Street Profits. I'm a little nervous about this one. All right, rightfully so. And about that had subpar wrestling and very little heat. The Street Profits defeated Ho-Ho Loon and Tion Ben in 6:37 when Montez Ford defeated Tion Ben by pinfall within about it. Yeah. Ho-Ho Loon and Ben showed great chemistry. That's good. I mean, maybe I can use them as a tag team going forward as like a jobber tag team. I don't know. As of right now, they're working in NXT UK, and it works bringing them up to get jobbed out on occasion. 41 and 40 for Tion Ben and Ho-Ho Loon. Ford and Dawkins 39 East, and they were, outdone by the Performance Center guys, but that's all right. Street Profits are going to get a very, very slow build here in NXT, 40 D-. All right, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford celebrate after a huge debut win here in NXT tonight over Ho-Ho Loon and Tion Ben. The Street Profits are here, and they're about it, yeah. NXT, Montez Ford underperformed. They're not over whatsoever. They're like in the teens and low 20s, but I don't know. I've been thinking about doing a roster split and getting another television show. You guys can let me know in the comments what you think about possibly doing a roster split. We're getting to our 100th episode, so, it might freshen up the series a little bit. I think given the 2 hours of weekly airtime that we have and our takeovers once every few months, it's not really necessary, but, well, mainly because I've been trying to book like NXT and just shift in and guys and in and out, not having everyone on every single takeover special, but, yeah, you guys let me know what you think about that in the comments. I would like to hear some feedback on that one. 55 C-. All right, next up, and about that had superb wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. The Iconic Duo defeat Carmella and Sasha Banks in 7:21 when Peyton Royce defeated Carmella by pinfall with a Simply Iconic. During the match, we had Sasha Banks accidentally hit Carmella. So, Sasha Banks used subtle mannerisms to hint a heel turn. 84, 81, 85, 85 for the Diva match rating. Psychology, that's unfortunate. Carmella's improving in technical skills, and this is just one segment, so we're not going to turn her yet. But yeah, so Sasha Banks accidentally hit Carmella, which caused the Iconic Duo to get the victory over tonight, which furthers the Carmella and Sasha Banks program. 71 C+ with the Bayley stuff as well. All right, next up in an extremely short match, Lars Sullivan again wins against a jobber named Christopher Richards, this time in 5:16 with a Spirit. Richards with a 70, Lars Sullivan with a 46. Tom Phillips and Corino have pretty good chemistry. We know this. There's no work or improvements to count on, but Lars Sullivan with another victory here tonight on NXT. We are slowly building him up. He was at a 9 overness. I think he's nearing a 30 now. So he's getting wins over these jobbers, and he's building up momentum, and we're going to keep doing that. So, yeah, I'm trying to grab guys that have more popularity than him when I can. And Richards definitely does right now. So she's getting decent boosts. 51 D+. Next up, we get a hype package for the co-main event at NXT TakeOver 100 where DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa take on The Revival, Dash Wilder, and Scott Dawson, who take on the Authors of Pain for the NXT Tag Team Championships. So yeah, 86 B+. The fans love these guys. They've been loving them for a while. DIY getting another championship opportunity as The Revival. DIY still, to this day, has not gotten a one-on-one shot against the Authors of Pain, though. Keep that in the back of your minds. 86 B+. Next up, in a decent match, Pete Dunne defeats Cedric Alexander in 12:30 by pinfall with the bitter end. This was a pretty good match. 62C, not bad at all. 64 and 65 and 55 for Dunne and Cedric Alexander. No skill improvements. Let me check something. Star qualities. All right, so penalized for inconsistency and stamina. inconsistency in stamina, and was penalized for booking decisions. I'm not exactly why that would have been penalizing me. It was just a pretty standard match. But either way, 62 C- with no skill improvements. All right, next up, we see House NXT in the backstage area walking, then DIY breaking off from Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is coming out and calling out Andrade Cien after this next match, 81B. And that next match, Asuka defeats Aaliyah in 148 by submission with the Asuka lock. 148 here, 54 C-, no psychology, which I'm not understanding this. Why am I continuing to get this note unless they're saying this is the women's fault? I'm not really sure. I've never had these before for these last couple shows. I'm going to check into my road agents too. Maybe my road agents aren't doing what I need them to do. I don't know. 54 C- though. As Asuka taps Aaliyah extremely quickly, Pete Dunne grabs the NXT Women's World Championship and places it on the shoulder of Asuka. As Asuka and Pete Dunne, both winning their matches tonight, have had Manifest Destiny go 2 for 2 here on NXT. 71 C+. Next, the video airs hyping NXT TakeOver 100. This was just to get a cheap pop, an 86 rating. We had to use someone, we used Triple H's overness to get us a nice rating here. So that was kind of a cheat, but hey, I'll take it. Next up, Sami Zayn is shown in the center of the ring with a microphone as the fans are cheering and chanting, Sami, Sami. Sami Zayn thanks them and puts his hands up and says he wanted to address the former champion, Andrade Cien. This gets boos. Sami Zayn says he doesn't get it. Almost heard Regal when he made the match between the two a couple weeks ago. He said NXT TakeOver 100 was to be special. It was to be something magnificent, something that NXT had worked so hard towards. The fans cheer. And then you ruined it, says Sami Zayn. The fans boo. Almost says Sami, the fact that you caused me to lose last week isn't what I'm taking issue with at this point in time. The fact that you decided to do so, however, is what I'm taking issue with. You're better than that. So Sami Zayn's performance was good here, 78B+. The fans erupt in shock as Andrade Cien has jumped the barricade and taken out Sami Zayn from behind, causing the entire crowd to boo almost mercilessly. Almost removes his nice suit jacket and puts it over Sami's head and begins to repeatedly kick Sami Zayn in the face. More boos as Almost picks up Sami and sends him outside of the ring, wiping his hands together as if he just took out the trash, while simultaneously picking up a microphone. Almost, who was short on words tonight, simply says that Sami talks too much. Almost says he likes to let his actions in-ring speak louder than his actions outside of the ring, which is why he's a former NXT Heavyweight Champion, and you're not, Sami Zayn. Almost says he respects NXT in hell. He respects you a little bit, Sami. Which is why he agreed to the match. Despite the fact that it's my job, I was given a choice by Regal. And in NXT TakeOver 100 in a few weeks, I choose to kick your ass. So this got the angle hotter, the crowd hotter. The segment deserves better announcing. 86B+, and Almas and Sami Zayn are our showstoppers and our technicians. So they are our literal 1 and 2 best wrestlers. They're both pretty over. And I'm expecting the best match rating in the history of NXT between the two. 86B+. Next up, in a superb match, Mr. NXT defeats Tyler Bate in 12:39 with a helm. 80 for NXT, 67 for Bate. This match got the crowd hotter. Mr. NXT was off of his game. 79B, though. I was not expecting this type of match. I'm very excited. Tyler Bate, you're holding up your end of the bargain on this one. 79B. All right. Next week, we get the Revival, and they will be back in NXT and back in action just 2 weeks away from NXT TakeOver 100. So 79B there. Big match, though, next week, as the Glorious One, Bobby Roode, teams with Aleister Black, Hideo Itami, and Roderick Strong, a.k.a. Bobby Roode teaming with the Junior Heavyweight Championship match at NXT TakeOver 100, and he will take on the Authors of Pain, Mr. NXT, and Pete Dunne. Bobby Roode has a gimmick that is getting stale. Akam came across well. Hideo Itami continued his heel turn, 91A. I'm excited to see how this match works out because I'm really testing in this match these workers with a lot of their compadres and actually seeing what I think I could possibly get out of them. 91A. Not out of them, but get out of them in terms of different programs. No skill improvements, but a 91A here and an absolutely barn buster of a main event next week. And I'm having a little bit of fun burning off some random multi-man matches as we head into NXT TakeOver 100, which will kind of reset stuff heading through Legacy. So, for fun. All right. The main event. And about that, I had good wrestling and a decent reaction. Sanity, Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane defeat Drew McIntyre and TM61 when Eric Young defeated Nick Miller by pinfall with a wheelbarrow neckbreaker. In terms of in-ring work, Drew McIntyre was head and shoulders above everyone else. TM61 with a 63 and a 659. McIntyre was a 79, Young with a 67, 62 and 59 for Dane. And there you have it. You have Drew McIntyre and Eric Young squaring off at NXT TakeOver 100. You have TM61, Nick Miller and Shane Thorne squaring off against Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane at NXT TakeOver 100. And that's what this main event was tonight. Eric Young is improving in technical performance. Shane Thorne is improving in performance. And Killian Dane is improving in performance as well. 70C to close the show. Let's see. Hopefully we got a 75 or 76. 78. Absolutely amazing. I will absolutely take it. This was NXT The Game Season 2, Episode 97. We are just 2 shows away, 98, 99. And then we will be presenting to you NXT TakeOver 100. Our 100th event here on YouTube. And our 100th event here in our NXT The Game save. Thanks for watching, everyone. And have a glorious rest of your day.